It was the host of the summit, the president of the Ivory Coast, who set the tone. Alassane Ouattara said it was totally unacceptable that in this day and age refugees were being traded as slaves in Libya.
This disgraceful drama reminds us the darkest hours of humanity. I call on our collective sense of responsibility to take urgent action.
Many refugees in Libya are in detention centres where conditions are appalling. Others are bought and sold by those with little respect for human life. The slave trade in Libya has shocked and embarrassed leaders in both Africa and Europe, and it has injected a sense of urgency into this summit.
We have to fix a series of very critical issues and atrocities like in Libya, and that's why I want to finalize before the end of the summit a very concrete initiative between the African Union and European Union.
Leaders on both sides are expected to launch a plan to address the situation by the end of their meeting. But the United Nations Secretary General issued a warning that unless new ideas are found to deal with migration, human rights abuses will continue.
We will not put an end to the tragedy in the Mediterranean if we do not create significant legal migration opportunities. We must also ensure that people can find a dignified future in their home country. This is essential to combat smugglers and traffickers, the most horrible criminals of our time.
Activists say that more must be done to stop young Africans leaving home in the first place.
We have to invest in jobs and employment. We have to invest in to cover the basic needs. That's what we need to do. And that would stop youth from migrating. But there's always going to be migration, and especially amongst African countries. It's always going to be there.
There are more than 80 leaders at this summit. Finding one voice on any issue will never be easy. Critics say that when it comes to migration, they have favoured quick fixes rather than long-term solutions. The question is whether this summit will change that. Natacha, Butler, Al Jazeera, Abidjan, Ivory Coast.